Alright, let's get started. In this video, I just want to a table of what I've been seeing a lot of Kings play online do, and like even good players, they do this randomly, and it's a really bad habit in which King players really love this hop kick for whatever reason. I've been seeing it at all levels of play when I've been playing on my alt characters or even while I'm like actually trying to play rank. The amount of times that I see people just randomly throw this hop kick out, and let's be honest, King's hop kick is super sweet with damage wise of like how much you can do, the wall carry and everything else. But a lot of times people are even setting up their Oki situations of grounded opponents, they run up and they just try to hop kick. This is not a very safe option at all. As soon as I see an opponent that is just like randomly throwing out this hop kick, I stop basically doing everything. In which is like, okay, I'm just going to wait until I block this and then I'm going to punish it every single time. And it's gotten to the point where, well, what do you tell someone that is just throwing out this hop kick all day? They love it, they want to see the combos, they're just doing knees into knees type of thing. And I'm going to kind of tell you what really helped me a lot is instead of just saying, oh, stop doing it, and like you go with your normal play, your jab game, whatever range, applying pressure, and then, oh, hop kick again. You can't just go cold turkey with extinguishing this move. If you really want to extinguish this move, you start doing the move in its place. And so let's look at a few properties. Hop kick is a mid, it's a launcher. Okay, we're looking at a mid launcher. We're also looking at something that's going to hopefully do some damage. A very good option, and a lot of times, like especially when the opponent is grounded, what people do is after after they're running Jaguar Bomb, a lot of time they're either going to try to stomp on you, and then like as soon as they see that okay you're trying to get up and block low, then they just start randomly throwing out this hop kick. A fewer safer options is either to do down forward 1-2, which is a mid-mid, especially if a grounded opponent you're looking for that. You can throw out the knee and even delay this swing, so you're not just randomly kicking it up and then eating a guaranteed get-up kick. Or you can start doing down forward 2 and start applying pressure. Conversely, what really helped me, because for many years I love throwing out this hop kick, I started to use one of King's other tools, a throw. Throws will grab your opponents out of the air. If they get up for whatever reason, then you will be able to actually get a throw. You force them to make another decision. And so you're extinguishing this you're replacing this hop kick, in which really you should only be using for guaranteed whip punishes, since it does have decent forward range, or for just pure punishment reasons. But the amount of matches that I've seen and that I've taken away from other opponents just because King players are just throwing out this hop kick non-stop, like you really need to stop doing it. There's a lot of other safe options, because even if you're just throwing this out randomly, you don't have any high crush, you have a few low crush properties. But a lot of time, if we're in this neutral game, unless you clearly are expecting to have a throw come out or something, you're close, and you try to run up and score this, that's really it. And even then, I'd much rather you run up and do down forward 1-2 to get a critical hit, because you're going to interrupt that low. That's going to change if you're playing against like Xiaoyu or something like that. But again, if this is going to whiff versus a character, this is definitely going to whiff, and you're going to have a lot more recovery frames. And it's just no bueno, like, all around. You need to stop doing it. And so, the three kind of recommendations of extinguishing this random hop kick is, especially if you're further away, replace another move. The crouch dash 1+2 is, I think, -5 on block, so it's safe on block. It hits fully grounded opponents, so if you want to apply pressure and your opponent is just kind of sitting there after running Jaguar Bomb, or you score something else, you can do this. On a normal hit, you'll just get knocked down, but on a critical hit, it will get a much larger launcher of dealing damage compared to this. So this is a good kind of entry point tool in which like you feel like you want to throw out this hop kick, but instead you just come in this safe option. Other options are run up and grab. It's basically part of King's kind of repertoire that you should be doing it. Or you can be doing either of these mid attacks in which you're getting the exact same kind of point of the move as this, but it's a much, much safer option. Now, if you're trying to use this in a mix-up situation, it still can be done, but a lot of times doing this, the full crouch down forward 2, not only are you having a lot of range in which you're going to basically whip punish or do anything to the opponent, it's a combo start and everything else, you're already fully crouched, in which you can be doing the full crouch 1+2, actually looking for that kind of mix-up opportunity. You could just be doing down 3+4 into 2, things like that. So you're threatening this kind of, I'm going to attack your low without doing this like crazy hop kicks all the time. And why this is good is not only does it come out super fast, but you're in a duck property, so even if they like are doing a punch or a kick that's a high, you can go under that high and you score a hit. And if you're blocking a low, well, clearly you're already down. So if you're still at this mid-range, you can just throw out this down forward 2, no problem, compared to basically the same range. If we do that hop kick, we're gonna miss. Stop doing this move. This is not a panic button. This is, I'm losing the match, so I'm gonna lose faster. And that's how you need to think about that move. I'm just getting a little tired of people just throwing that out. There's a lot more safer options, a 4-4-1 even on approach, and the overhead, and like it just creates more mix-up game opportunities, full crouch, down forward 2. So much better options. Save hop kick purely for punishment, in which you're close and you're standing, they whiff punish, and then you score it, or after a block in which they did something really, really bad, and then you punish with it. This is not a panic button, and I really, really hope people stop doing this. So this was a little bit of a rant video, but for the amount that I kept seeing this versus my opponents, I just needed to address it since it was just really bothering me. So hopefully you learned something today, and even if you're not a King player and you find yourself kind of keep doing this launch punishable, you might be able to get away with that with online strats of people not even properly punishing it. But if you play in a tournament, they are going to just eat you up. And like I said, as soon as I see my opponent, a King or anyone else that is just randomly throwing out a version of their hop kick, I basically play Ultra Turtle style because I'm totally happy of scoring, you know, 22 damage or 33 damage every once in a while with whoever character I'm playing, and I'm not looking for that big damage. And if I know that as soon as you get behind a life lead that you're hitting this panic button, oh, you're just giving the match away. So hopefully you learned something today, and that I addressed this kind of public service announcement video. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we're going to see you guys next time.